Hi there, it's Hannah the Artisan Duck, and I'm going to show you today how to make this really easy brick stitch bracelet. I've made myself this pattern to work from, and this is available on my blog, so you can go and grab that. But we're just going to start at the top here with the green beads, and I'm thinking of these purple sort of beads in the middle like a flower, and then I've just used a pink around the outside to contrast with that purple. I have my beads already laid out, and I'll put the names of the colours in the description below, but I've got a pink, a purple, a white and a green, and I'm going to start by picking up 2 of my green beads and taking them down my thread, and I've got a really long length of thread for this. So I'm going to take them down, and I'm going to make sure I leave myself a tail thread. I'm leaving a good length of tail thread so I can make a beaded loop or something at one end, and then I can tie my knots as well. I'm just going to hold the first bead and take my needle back up through it, so when I pull through, the green beads are sitting side by side, like so. You need to hold your tail thread quite tightly at this point because it could easily loosen. But for the next row, I've gone ahead and picked up 2 of my pink beads, and I'm picking up 2 because the row is increasing. So I'm just going to pull that thread nice and tight and take my needle underneath the thread that's going across and joining those 2 beads, and then pull through. If at any point your beads become loose, you can just pull the threads and just tighten things back up. I'm now going to take my needle back up through the second pink bead, so that when I pull that nice and tight, it'll sit on top of the green beads like so. To finish this little row, I'm going to pick up another pink bead, and we don't have any of those threads to use, so I'm just going to take my needle sort of between the green and the pink that we've already added. Just going to pull that a bit tighter and pull through. I pulled that a bit wider so I could show you, then you would definitely need to do. You don't need to be quite as dramatic as that with it, and pull through. To secure in place, just go back up through the pink that you've just added, like that. And now we have the first 2 rows of beading added. For the next row, the purple starts to be introduced, so I'm picking up a pink and a purple because the row is increasing again. And then we're just going to take the needle under the first bridging thread there and pull through. And then I'm going to go back up through the purple just to secure it in place. There we go. I'm now going to pick up a single purple bead and take the needle under the next thread along and pull through. And then I'm going to take my needle back up through the purple to secure in place. To finish this row, just pick up a single pink bead and take your needle, when my camera focuses, under the thread running between the purple and the lower pink bead, and pull through. And then take your needle back up through that pink. Picking up a pink and a purple, so the pink first and then the purple for the next row because we're increasing out again. And just take the needle under that pink thread there near the pink bead and pull. And then take your needle back up through the purple to secure in place. We are going to add the white bead to the center. So just pick up a single white bead and add it on. And then we're going to pick up a single purple to add on next to that white. So I'm just going under that thread, pull through, and then back up to secure it in place. The last bead in this row is a pink. So I'm just going to find the threads running between those two beads and pull through. And then back up through that pink bead to secure it in place. The row is decreasing now, so we're just going to pick up a single pink bead to start with and just go under that thread as normal. Pull through. And then back up to secure it in place. Now we're going to pick up a single purple bead and just go under that thread and pull. And back up through the purple bead. And then we're going to pick up another purple bead and take that under the next thread along and pull through. And obviously you can use whatever colour beads you like, and if you did this in like dark blue and white, maybe a touch of silver, I think it would probably look a little bit like an evil eye. So if you wanted to sort of have the look of an evil eye, you could certainly use blues and that white, and that would give you that look. The last bead in this row is a single pink bead, and we're going to just take our needle under those threads and pull through and go back up. And because this row isn't increasing, we don't need to add any beads off to the side. We're now just ready to move on to the next row. So the next row has 3 pink beads, so I'm just going to go ahead and pick up a single pink bead to start with and take it under those threads. Go back up through that pink to secure it in place. I've picked up another pink bead. Just going to go under that middle thread and back up the pink bead to secure it in place. I've picked up my last pink bead in this row. I'm just going to add this on to the end in the exact same way and go back up through the pink to secure it in place. There we go. Should have something like this. My beads at the end are a bit wonky because I've been pulling this thread tight and there's nothing to hold them in place. But once I've come to knot the threads, I will go through and reinforce those, so I'm not too worried about it. We now need to add the green on the other side of this, so I'm just going to go ahead and pick up a single green bead and I'm going to go into or under that bridging thread there. And then I'm going to go back up through the green to secure it in place. Picked up another green and use those bridging threads above those pinks and pull through and go back up through the green to secure it in place. And now we're ready to start again with the next section. So I'll just start it with you and then I shall go off and finish it on my own. But we're going to start by picking up 2, if it wants to focus, of my pink beads, because we're going to start increasing again. So I've picked up 2 pink beads and I'm going to take my needle under that thread there, and I'm just going to take my needle up through that second pink bead. So it's the one sort of nearest the middle of the row, if that makes sense. There we go. So because we picked up 2 to start with, it should be slightly offset to the side. I'm going to pick up another pink bead And I'm going to take my needle under the thread that's running sort of between the two rows, and then back up through the pink bead to hold it in place. The next row is a pink and a purple to start with, so I've picked those both up at the same time, and just under those bridging threads, I'm going to go back under the purple, and then I'm going to pick up another purple for this row and just go under that bridging thread and back up to secure in place. On the end of this row is another single pink bead, pull through, still increasing, we're picking up a pink and a purple bead for the next row. So I'm just going to go under that thread, pull through, back up the purple to secure in place. Pick up a white bead for the center. I'm thinking of these as flowers, so it's my flower center, and pull through and back up to secure in place. I picked up another single purple bead and just taking that under those threads and back up. And to finish this row, we're going to, purple bead is annoying me, I'm going to pick up a single pink bead and just find that thread hiding between the two layers of beading, and back up to secure it in place. The next row starts with a single pink bead, and under those threads, back up to secure it. We need a single purple bead next. Pick up another single purple, go under that thread, pull through and secure in place. Pick up a single pink bead to finish this row and under those threads. And I'm just going to go back up. And then we're ready to move on to sort of the last row in my mind. It's all the pink beads just to finish this off. So just going to pick up a single pink bead and take it under that thread. Why are my hands so slippy? There we go. I'm going to go back up and go ahead and pick up another purple bead. Pink bead, sorry, and take it under those threads and back up. And then the last bead is another pink bead, and I'll take my needle under those threads. I don't know why I've left all my beads down here, because I know that my camera hates it. Keeps trying to focus on those and not on me, and pull through. There we go. I'm going to pick up another single green bead, take the needle under that thread. I've kept the colours for this one still quite summery because it's still July, but I have been sort of thinking about what I could do for autumn. And then consequently obviously Halloween and then Christmas. So yeah, if you've got any ideas, something you'd like to see, give me a shout. I'm always happy to hear what other people would like to see. But yeah, quite excited at the thought of some pumpkins and things like that again. I love sort of beading or making Christmas things as well. Just pick up another green bead. There we go. I actually really love the summer, but when it comes to making things, I think Christmas has to be my favourite time of year because it's all sparkly and a little bit extra, and yeah, I really like that. So I've just added that on, and you would just continue now with another pink section like this. I have been working from this little pattern that I have made. So if you want to continue beading and you don't want to have to watch me again, and you need a little bit of extra help, you can go to my blog and just get this little bead pattern as well. So I'm going to make my bracelet, bracelet length, and I shall come back and show you about how I add my clasp and whatnot at the end. So my bracelet's all finished, and I've put this easy magnetic clasp on it, and I've just added that on by adding 2 extra green beads on either side and just sort of looping through the hole on this clasp. And there is my finished bracelet. I will put the link below where you can go grab the pattern. I will give details about the bead colours, and I'll just show you. I've obviously done it in this pink and purple combination because it shows up much better on camera, but I also tried it in this silver with sort of pale blue, and I think that looks really, really pretty. So if you haven't got colours like this, then do play around and see what other combinations you can come up with. Thanks for watching. I'll see you again soon. Bye.